Man, what the fuck going on, Slim? This E-Scoop dog, man. I got a whole nother video for y'all, man. They free YSL slime. You hear me? YSL slime. Apparently, you can't say YSL no more. It's not a game. It's not a music. None of that. There ain't none of that. You know what I'm saying? But they freed the homie. You know what I'm saying? Thug out. You know what I'm saying? Everybody snitched on him, but he still made it home. You know what I'm saying, man? Look, do me a favor, y'all. Go hit that like button, comment, subscribe. We about to see what they talking about, man.
They are here with breaking news, in fact, instead of going to that break. Out of Atlanta, rapper Young Thug is now pleading guilty in what has become Georgia's longest-running criminal trial. The plea just announced in Fulton County Court just minutes ago. The rapper, whose real name is Jeffrey Lamar Williams, was indicted in 2022 on racketeering charges. Prosecutors say the rapper led a street gang that committed murder, armed robbery, carjackings, and also dealt drugs. Nearly 30 other co-defendants were named in this case. Young Thug's trial has been plagued by problems, including 2 judges having to recuse themselves and mounting concerns last week that a mistrial could be ordered. Let's bring in ABC News legal contributor Shauna Lloyd now, who joins me with more. Shauna, talk to me first just about the state of play in this trial and remind me, frankly, of how long this has gone on. It is the longest running criminal trial.
I heard he was locked up for like 900 days, y'all, man. Shorty sat down. He stayed silent for 900 days, you know. Everybody else snitched. Gunna was the first one, for real, for real. Oh, YSL, is it a gang? He like, yes, man. These niggas hot, dog. These niggas hot.
In
they
Georgia
freed him,
history,
though, man. They freed the soldier.
That is absolutely correct. And it's amazing that this has been going on for more than 6 months. We have been here following this trial. It is one of the longest trials that Georgia has had. That says a lot about the state of this trial and how many witnesses the state has been calling. So now that we see this plea deal, I'm not very surprised by it because I think both sides were trying to mitigate damages here.
And Shauna, very quickly, I do want to play for you images that just came into us. It is Young.
Hey, pause. Hey, let me know what y'all think about my man taking that deal, though, Slim. I ain't gonna hold you. He stayed solid 900 days. What y'all think about him taking that deal, though, man? Go ahead and put some in the comments for you, man. Let me know what y'all thoughts is, man. Let's get back to this shit.
Thug taking that plea deal in court, and then I'll have you react on the back end. But here is what just played out in court just moments ago.
As to count 60, violation of the Georgia Controlled Substances Act, how do you plead?
Guilty.
As to count 61, possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony, how do you plead?
Guilty.
And as to count 1, conspiracy to violate the Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act, how do you plead?
No law.
As to count 56, participation in criminal street gang activity under the leadership charge, how do you plead?
No law.
I think you didn't ask about count 62.
As to count, thank you, Your Honor. As to count 62, possession of a machine gun, how do you plead?
Guilty.
She tweaking. She tweaking.
Are you pleading guilty to the offenses you have indicated because you are in fact guilty of these charges?
Yes.
And Shauna, something that I heard there.
See. All he said was he guilty to the charges. The rest of them niggas, oh yeah, I was with Thug. Thug did this. Oh yeah, Thug did that. It's all about Thug, man. Thug. That's all they kept saying, Slim. That's all they kept saying, man. He freed himself. Stayed solid. He stayed solid, Slim. That's how you do it. Stay solid, Slim. Don't admit to none of that shit. He admitted a couple guns, man. Fuck that shit. He still going home. He ain't admit to none of y'all niggas. You know what I'm saying? Man, they freed him, Slim.
Tell me if I'm wrong here. To some charges he's pleading guilty. To some charges he's pleading nolo contendere, which means no contest. But also, very quickly, it looks like we've gotten here because there was an issue at trial last week where there was this witness who divulged sensitive information on the stand, and there were these concerns that there could be a mistrial, and essentially you'd have to start the clock all over again, and you'd have to have this long trial all over again. How did we get here to this point where prosecutors and defense attorneys obviously wanted to deal?
I mean, what we're really seeing is that misstep could potentially have created a mistrial, and the judge looked like she may have been leaning towards granting that. So that leaves exposure on both sides. That means the state has to determine to bring this trial again, and he would have to stand again for another trial. So what you see here in this plea deal is both sides gave a little bit.
They was trying to have him sit for a whole nother 2 years if they would have had a mistrial, now. That would have been crazy. If he would have sat for a whole nother 2-3 years, that would have been crazy. Just to wait for a trial date, that should have been crazy. Look, he got his eyes closed. My man was right there praying, Slim. He was right there praying like, man, let me go home, Slim, see my kids, get a good night's sleep. You know what I'm saying? He probably about to get his first real dinner in a long time. Like, man, they freed you, shorty. Yes, Lord.
He pleaded no contest to some of the charges. The direct charges that were linked to him directly, such as the possession charges, he did plead guilty to. And the state gave up the opportunity to get a full conviction. They're getting a lot of probation here in this particular plea deal in order to get those guilty.
Hey, y'all, he got 40 years of probation. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. I know he just pleaded guilty, you know, but I ain't, man, Slim, man, if y'all look it up, Shorty got damn near 40 years of probation because he about to go home. He got sentenced to 40 years. Everything else is basically probation. Community service hours, all bullshit for real. Like, Shorty, I ain't never hear nobody get 40 years of probation. That's what that money do, Slim. You get 40 years of probation, Slim, on a RICO charge. That's what that money do.
Those admissions of guilt. So both sides had to give a little bit, but in the face of a mistrial, when we're talking about the longest running trial in the history of Georgia, was really both sides trying to get what they wanted, their main objective out of this, and they each got a little bit.
And explain to me why this trial went so long. It was a RICO case. It was just simply the fact that there were so many defendants and there was so much evidence to go through, or were there other factors that made the trial drag out to this point?
So those were some of the initial factors. There were a lot of defendants. The state had a lot of witnesses, but we have to remember they had no direct evidence. So a lot of what they were using were lyrics and other things that were being used by the YSL team in order to get this conviction. So in order to build that kind of case, you need a lot of background, and that's what we were seeing by having so many witnesses.
Shauna Lloyd, Young Thug pleaded.
Man, they freed the slime, Slim. I appreciate y'all for tuning into this video with me, man. Thank y'all again, man. That like button, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications on. Man, this is Scoop, man, and I'm gone.